To God be the glory forever. The ever-conscious, one of the finest Vice Chancellor when I mean one of the finest Vice Chancellor, I mean one of the finest Vice Chancellor south of the Sahara, north of the Limpopo. When he was in Nasarawa, he made the Ogun Nation proud. Now he is here. We are hearing about the positive testimony of his conduct here. So we are very, very proud of you, Prof. And I prophesy in a few years to come, you will be Minister of Education and the reason why he's doing excellently well is because he's an local man. So for those of you who don't know how to speak the local language, you better go and learn, because that is what will be spoken in heaven. So if you don't want to be deaf and dumb when you get there, you better start speaking it now. The Vice Chancellor Academics, the Registrar, the National Chair, and National President, greatest Nigerian student, ever conscious Nigerian student, greatest also, by profoundly apologizing for sending in a bit late this morning. The road from Abuja to this place is getting better and better, and that is why I am late. Without belaboring us with too much unnecessary commentaries, I want to appreciate the organizers of this conference. And I want to say that I actually thought it was going to be a small classroom occasion, but I'm getting here, it's not just a very profound conference and seminar, it is an international conference. So I salute your administrative and intellectual sagacity, and I pray that your organization will grow from strength to strength, and God will continue to increase you on all sides. So for me, it is a real privilege to be here to address the academic community, and especially in my state, Kogi. I was asked to put on paper something I'm not used to, because I see those who read like newscasters confined to the podium. I will obey the organizers by reading what I already scripted down. But you will also give me, with the permission of the Vice Chancellor, to adulterate and move around as we continue. I've been asked to speak on pragmatic leadership, the pragmatics of and leadership. I'll start by thanking the organizers. I've done that. And I want to say, when we talked about pragmatics in the Department of English and Literary Studies, we all know it's a branch of linguistics, which is the study of language. Pragmatics focuses on conversational implication, which is a process in which the speaker implies and a listener infers. Therefore, pragmatic language is simply the use of appropriate communication in social situations that is knowing what to say, how to say it, and when to say it. Leadership, on the other hand, according to Oxford Dictionary, is the action of leading a group of people or an organization. Leadership is the ability of an individual or a group of people to influence and guide followers or members of an organization, society, or team. Leadership also is an attribute tied to a person's title, seniority or ranking in the hierarchy. However, it's an attribute anyone can have or attain, even those without leadership positions. It is a developable skill that can be improved over time. Leadership is about taking risks and challenging the status quo, and leaders motivate followers to achieve something new and better. Leaders are found and required in most aspects of society, including business, politics, religion, social and community-based organizations. Leaders are seen as people who make sound and sometimes difficult decisions. They are articulate and have clear vision to establish and achieve goals and provide followers with a knowledgeable and tools necessary to achieve those goals. A student, as she then was in a Malaysian university, who I understand is now a lecturer in this institution, wrote a master thesis on Dino, Melaye. And Japheth Roberts of the University of California wrote his PhD thesis on Dino, Melaye. Marilyn Agra of the University of Utah in Salt Lake City wrote her PhD thesis on Dino, Melaye. So I understand the lady is here, and I think she has a PhD now. Oh, she's doing her PhD now. Please thank her again for writing her master thesis on Dino, Melaye. And that's why she passed in Malaysia. A student, speeches are powerful. Language is a weapon. And not only a weapon, it's a force. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Indira Gandhi, Franz Howard, Aristotle, all use language to conquer and mobilize the people. Hitler was a warrior, but most people with spoken words. Today, you cannot be a global leader or a pragmatic preacher if you have no language skills. Here, I will give you some of Dino Melaye's quotes that have become so popular. One of them is, in an unjust society, silence is a crime. The second, perhaps the most popular, if you speak the truth, you will die. If you lie, you will die. I have chosen to speak the truth and die. The third is what we are practicing in Nigeria. Instead of democracy, we have what I have coined greediocracy. Greediocracy is government of the greedy, by the greedy, and for the greedy. Another quote is, government is not owned by those in government. Government is owned by the people. That is why democracy is government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So there's over 1,000 quotes like that. Nigeria can be great only if senators will make Nigerians distinguished. Everywhere is senator, distinguished. Distinguished senator, distinguished senator. We should stop calling us distinguished senators until the life of all Nigerians become distinguished. When you see honorable members of the House of Reps and members of the House of Assembly say honorable, honorable, we should all stop calling them honorable, including myself, until we make the lives of Nigerians honorable. When you see the president, the vice president, governors and their deputies, we all call them your excellency. We will also calling them your excellencies until in their different domains they make the life of the masses here excellent. Without making their life excellent, you are no excellency. So we must make sure that this set of leaders make the life of our people in Iwafo, my village, in Aito, in Jumo local government, and I am from USA, United States of Aito. Until we make the life of our brothers and sisters in Abejikoro, in Abugi, in Obeya excellent, nobody should be called excellency. I was going to give a challenge that if the election had gone in my favor, I was going to make a broadcast that nobody should call me excellency. Call me excellency after 4 years if you think I have done excellent things. But before then, you should not be addressed as excellency. All over the country, those who loot our money, who maim our people, who refuse to do the right thing, everyone will see them, your excellency, even when they have done nothing excellent. Everyone here today must develop his or her oratory power of language, speech making as a leadership skill to make Nigeria and the world a better place. We must all decide to either walk in the light of creative altruism or will perish in the darkness of destructive selfishness. You must build your language and build your oratory skill. And I want to say today that the bracket, the most important age bracket is the youth. There is something dynamic about that age bracket. There is something purposeful about that age bracket. And it's the most potent age bracket globally. And there is no scientific or cultural breakthrough globally. It is done by people within that age bracket. So I want to tell every student that is here today, don't waste your youth. The Bible says, bring up a child in the right way, and when he grows up, he will not depart from it. You need to make use of your youthful age today. I have done that. That is why Dino Melaye today is a brown. Whether anybody likes it or not, SDM is a brown. And today, I have the highest following. Politician with the highest following on Instagram. I have 2.9 million followers on Instagram. And the second politician is Bola Tinubu with 1.1 million followers. It didn't happen by accident. I took advantage of my youthful age. Today, I'm over 50. I took advantage of my youthful age and did something meaningful with it. At the age of 23, I was the Secretary General of the Commonwealth Youth Council in the United Kingdom. At the age of 29, I was a member of the House of Representatives. So you must wake up from your slumber. Every one of you here today, students, take your pen and write what I'm about to say. Every one of you, you must picture. You must picture. Picture. You must The Holy Book said, the people perish for lack of. And he said, when there is no vision, my people. And this vision can only be seen by you, the younger ones. You know, once you are growing older, even your physical vision starts dimming. Isn't it? Yes. So at this age, your vision should be clear. You should be able to tell what you want to become. As I'm there, write it down. The future president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is the one addressing you. I have that vision. And by the grace of God, we will get there. So I'm challenging you this morning to propose in your heart what you want to do in the nearest future. There is something dynamic about your age bracket. Our Lord Jesus Christ lived 33 years on earth. Today, look at his own worship. 33 years, the youth. Prophet Muhammad was called into prophet at the age of 40. Shakespeare wrote his most famous book at the age of 24. Isaac Newton propounded the law of motion at the age of 25. Bob Marley lived 31 years. Today we are singing it everywhere. So there's something about that age bracket. All the technological and scientific breakthrough in the world, including the creation of aeroplane, was done by people within the youth age bracket. There is something dynamic about that age group. Don't waste it. So today you have to determine in your mind, you have to purport in your spirit that I cannot be a failure. I saw poverty first generation. Original poverty, not diluted. I sponsored myself in school. My father sponsored me up to second term from 2. The spirit was willing, but the pocket is weak. I bought a goat. The goat will give back. I will sell the offsprings and pay school fees. And that goat with the offspring of that goat, I bought them for. I paid my wife fee. Unfortunately, I was in 100 level and the old age died. But I want to tell you that I was resolute in my mind. I was determined in my spirit that I am going to be, my generation will be the last poor Melaye generation. And because I was committed, I was the first Melaye to appear on the pages of newspaper. I've only lived for over 300 years, and my family we have the kingship of my community. I have no job at La Fond. But we were strangulated by poverty. But I determined in my spirit that no, we must say bye-bye to poverty. So when people say, you know, I love cars, you love dressing well, it is my way of showing poverty what poverty shows my family. Say you stupid poverty. So please, you must make up your mind. I want to be this. Take bold steps towards that dream. And you can only do it by responsibility. You cannot do it by being a drug addict. You cannot do it by being an alcoholic. You cannot do it by a trance who doesn't attend lectures. You cannot do it by being a member of Bukania or any of those cults. You can't. Because you must be resolute, you must be focused. As I have 9 university degrees. I am still a student and I'm speaking with you. I am doing my 10th degree as I'm speaking. And I'm already a student also. My second PhD, University of Abuja, policy analysis. Not that I need it, but my dear, if you have a vision of a higher calling, leadership comes with responsibilities. Dino Melaye is comfortable, and I'm still struggling and learning, then you at your own age and time, now what will you say? So I challenge you this morning that you have to become born again. Tell your neighbor, be a change agent. Tell your neighbor again, be a change agent. You cannot be a change agent if you are not a disciplined person. And discipline comes with cultural responsibility. Before I derail completely, pragmatic leadership deals with systemic approach to mastering leadership qualities, bringing with personal leadership. Then moving on to team leadership, and finally to organizational leadership. Being a pragmatic leader means that you don't waste time on things that aren't important. Instead, you focus on what matters most. That is one of the leadership problems we have in this country. We focus on things that are not important and neglect the things that matter most. Therefore, when we talk about pragmatics of and leadership, we are simply saying as a leader, I should be a master of appropriate communication in social situations. As a leader, I should know what to say, how to say, and when to say it. Let me give you a typical example. Sometime last year, a prominent leader of this country, during his swearing in, said fuel subsidy gone. And I tell you, this statement affected millions of Nigerians because of the way it was said. Till today, Nigerians are still suffering from the aftermath of that uncalculated statement. That is the power of statements. As a leader, you don't just open your mouth and talk, because anything you say have either positive or negative concomitant effects on the people. Either influence them or deflate them. So as a leader, communication is very important, and you must always pause before you speak. And to be a good leader, you must also promote unity, which is one of our major problems in this country. We are too ethnically conscious as a people. And we have nothing to teach us nationalism, civic education, moral philosophy. All we have in our elementary social disposition education is social studies. And what does it teach you? Jaja of Ogogo, Awolowo of Western Nigeria, Azikiwe of Eastern Nigeria, Ahmadu Bello of Northern. So as a child, already you are being indoctrinated with ethnic consciousness. You already see yourself like North, like South, like South. That's why I moved a bill in the National Assembly that we should have a stateless Nigeria. That instead of state of origin, what we should have is state of residence, where a Emeka can become the governor of Kano because he lives in Kano, where Abdullahi can become the governor for your state because he lives in Oyo or lives within the state. We have become too ethnically conscious as a people. Do you know that the hospital card you are going to get from the general hospital or the specialist hospital here, there is a column for religion, there is a column for tribe? Well, how will that facilitate your recovery? We have become too ethnically conscious as a people. So to be a good leader, you must unite people. You must develop programs and policies that will bring the people together. When I was growing up as a child, and the thing is getting worse over the years. When I was growing up as a child, in my class, there's no difference between Kolawole and Chibudi. We were all together. If I misbehave, a neighbor can chastise me to Today, people don't, I live in the town, my children don't even know who's my immediate neighbor. When I was growing up, I could tell the household by household, up to the 10th street, I can tell you who lives there. During Christmas, we cook and take to all other houses. They also bring food for us. During Salah, we do the same thing. But today, you cannot even eat your neighbor's food. If you manage to bring it, after you leave, you say, does me hear that? So we must cure this unity. Because it's a negative to leadership actualization in our country. The authentic leader understands every endeavor, has two possible outcomes. The leader must know that every endeavor has two possible outcomes. It's either you win or you learn. There is no lose. You are not losing anything. It's either you win or you learn. Because if you don't win, you must have something to learn. Just like you now. They strive for excellence but realize each step in the journey may not be forward. There are no backward steps when one learns from their efforts. It's a step to decide, to pause, to reflect what occurred, and to learn. And that is why my motto is no retreat, no surrender. The election came and the results were written the way it was written. I did not even go to court. I just stepped back and I've learned and I'm going to relaunch. The authentic leader shares his experiences with their followers, enabling the organization to learn and grow better. An authentic leader sharpens their skill through experimentation with how to lead. Each experiment alters their leadership DNA, further defining who they are at that moment. Leadership convictions are formed through experiences. One should not leave personal growth simply to chance. The experiment should be deliberate with the intent to learn. Thirdly, a pragmatic leader is sensitive to others. They realize change is uncomfortable for most people. To help others avoid this anxiety, the pragmatic leader will socialize their thoughts and ideas with stakeholders before formalizing an approach. This strategy to build acceptance is not overt. When deployed, only the leader is aware. The socializing is done during the normal course of business. The desire is for stakeholders to eventually accept this as their own and simply execute improvements. Consider the idea a seed you must plant to bring to life. Your idea, like that seed, needs proper conditions to sprout. Soil conditions must be precise: temperature, moisture, density, nutrients, pH, and depth all matter. The pragmatic leader is responsible to create a work environment that allows the idea under consideration to take root and sprout to life. The idea is a seed. The policies, procedures, values, norms, and behaviors of the organizations are the conditions. Socializing an idea requires one to engage stakeholders in dialogue, often one individual at a time to plant the seed. Socializing an idea requires one to be consistent with the messages. Consistent with what individual hears and consistent between individuals. Socializing an idea requires finesse with the frequency of communication. This comes down to intuition. The pragmatic leader will know how often to discuss the topic, in which venue, and with whom to further the agenda. And that is why in Nigeria I pray to the Almighty God that God will give us leaders. We need leaders. When I begin to think of the scarcity of leadership in this country, I always go on my knees and I pray to God. Nigeria borrowed Dubai money in 1984. We lent money to Dubai in 1984. Today, see where Dubai is. They have the busiest air route in the world. We don't even have a national carrier. Nigeria also sold palm oil seedlings to Malaysia. Today, Malaysia is the biggest exporter of palm oil in the world. And what they are getting in terms of revenue from palm oil is 4 times what we are getting from crude oil. Meanwhile, we sold these seedlings to them. We gave these seedlings to them. Singapore leads second stage of development from third world to first world. What happened in Singapore? Leadership. Rwanda fought a genocide where more than 3 million people died. Today, if you say you are Hutu or Tutsi in Rwanda, you go to jail. That division has been forgotten. What happened in Rwanda? In Kigali. Leadership. Today, Rwanda have the best GDP in Africa. Today, all the funds used in Rwanda is made in Rwanda. Today, Rwanda built the first 7-star hotel, Marriott Hotel, in Rwanda. Now, conferences, international conferences and symposiums taking place now in Kigali. In fact, recently all our governors went to Kigali to attend the conference. This is a country that fought genocide. What happened in Rwanda? Leadership. May God give us leadership. Many leaders listening to be understood, not to understand. Pragmatic leaders are skilled listeners, exercising diligence while socializing ideas to listen is holistically. Listening does not only involve spoken words and sense of hearing. It involves emotion and body language. It involves an exchange of thoughts between the parties to confirm each understands what transpired. The leader needs to know if the idea, in brackets seed, was successfully planted and has the opportunity to grow. And this is manifest in the Christian norm. If you are not a good preacher, you will finish preaching and they will do altar call and there will be no converts. But if you are a good preacher who have language, gesticulate rightly, when they give altar call, you will not even know when you come out. That is the power of language. And it's a very unique leadership skill. If it hasn't, future conversation continue to prepare the soil and plant the seed. So every one of you today, plant your seeds. Engage associates in dialogue. Fertilize and water the seed as it grows to maturity and bears fruit. Pick the fruits of your labor and enjoy. And that is what I'm doing now. Dino Dino's voice is a fruit of my labor. If you know verse, now you start. Some people are abusing on social media. He's driving Rolls Royce. He's wearing this. How can a senator be wearing tattered jeans? You first you become one, and then we are higher. My brother, if you work hard and you get to a success story, enjoy it. Don't allow anybody give you story. Enjoy it, because I will always go for the best. I am not created to be a backbencher at all. I am created to enjoy the fruits of I said, I'm going to give you the most school, the best of education. My first son is studying architecture in the University of Utah. My second son is doing law in the University of Kansas. I will give you the best education. But I want to announce to you that I will not leave anything and say I'm leaving it for children. No, you go and work hard. What I get now, I will blow up for here. I will enjoy it for here. If you remain, then good luck. Pragmatic leadership is a blend of accountability, mentoring, education, and meaningless actions to guide people to desired results. Above are some of the guiding principles observed with pragmatic leaders. Pragmatic leaders are authentic, they are patient, while socializing their ideas for organizational acceptance, and they are result-oriented. This list is not exhaustive. It's intended to describe a new generation of leaders that achieve benchmark-level results with less traditional leadership methods. I want to tell us that to revive this country, to reboot this country, to bring back our long-lost reputation as a country, we must develop new leaders. And these new leaders must indoctrinate and imbibe some positive rudiments. Like I said, sir, when I was growing up, houses had no fences, even in the GRAs in Kano. Houses had no fences. I was born in Kano, I grew up in Kano. In the GRAs, in the most exclusive part of Kano, houses had no fences. The only place I see tall fences as a child is either in a zoo or prison yard. Gradually, the situation became bad. We started using barbed wire on our fences. It further decayed. We started using broken bottles of minerals as barriers on our fences. It further deteriorated. We started using electric fence. From beware of dogs, now is beware of lion, beware of hippopotamus. We are retarded. Something must be wrong somewhere. The kind of relationship we had as children, they are no longer there. Neighbor can no longer trust neighbor. That is why I fought and I took a bill in the National Assembly when myopically and porosely some people misadvised government and they said they were stopping history. They stop history. I'm a typical Yoruba boy. And Yoruba boy don't think more. If you don't know where you are coming from, you cannot know where you are going to. Today, a 5-year-old in America can tell you about the dream of America. Because even from kindergarten stage, they are already telling them the history and culture of America. And they grow up with it. Then you want to completely erode your culture and then what? So please, I'm speaking to the pragmatic leaders of the future. Here seated, I am seeing senators, seeing presidents' wives, first ladies, I'm seeing ministers. Please work towards it. And it comes with discipline. And remember, a cultist doesn't have discipline. In conclusion, we all are leaders in our little corners. Our leadership style should emphasize the importance of getting things done. We, as pragmatic leaders, should not be goal-oriented and focus on achieving our set targets. I must also encourage the association, Pragmatic Association of Nigeria. I looked at the objectives and associations of the association, and I must say they are commendable. I encourage us to continue working for the betterment of our beloved country, Nigeria. Nigeria and beyond. Before I round up, if you are interested in the new Nigeria to come, if you are going to participate as a leader in bringing back our long-lost reputation as a country, and you will be part of those who work hard in fixing our country, Nigeria, I'm going to sing one song. That was a song that Martin Luther King sang with the Americans on the Great Mail March to Washington, D.C. in 1963. That great march to Washington, D.C., they sang that song that day, and God catapulted the sun to the celestial. And after that day, racism died in America. Before, you cannot enter a bus that is a match for the whites. You cannot even take water from the tap of a white environment. But today, as a result of that song and that struggle, a black man became the president of the United States of America. Songs are powerful. Songs are spiritual. They have celestial connotation with God. And when you sing them in the right spirit, the heavens are opened and a new order will be made. So if you believe in the new Nigeria to come and you want to be a partaker of working towards that new Nigeria that is to come, you will stand up and sing that song with me. I'm going to sing it once, then we will sing it together, and I will be out of this place. We